Well guys, Nathan here. Just wanted to drop a quick video, bit of a channel update, and just respond to a few things and let you guys know what's up and coming. Obviously we haven't released since Halloween now. Our Halloween special was really enjoyable. We enjoyed that. It was great taking Steve with us as well. From an investigation point of view, we're very limited what we could actually do because obviously the contamination aspect, but it was great to see Prestbury. It was great to see where all the hauntings have taken place, get a feel for it ourselves. I'd personally like to go back again, spend another night in that graveyard because that was creepy. So yeah, that was obviously the last time we've released. We've got some good things coming up. We will be going to 30 East Drive soon, very soon in fact, where we will be performing another fear experiment. Obviously we've been before, back in 2018 I think it was. I think it's 2018 or 2019. It's been a long time anyway. That night it was just myself and Brian. This time we'll be taking two other people with us to the fear experiment. Two people that we actually know have never been to East Drive and are both very, very scared of East Drive. So it could be our most interesting fear experiment yet. We could get our first tap out, potentially. We don't know. We can be hopeful. So yeah, that's up and coming. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We've got a lot of other investigations planned. There's so many, in fact, that we need to get done. That's before East Drive. So I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't want to give locations away, but there should be a good 3 or 4 videos dropping before East Drive. And East Drive is a month away, so that gives you sort of a rough idea of how much we've got to do. On the subject of releasing videos, I get a lot of messages, and this is part of the reason for the video, about how often we release. I wouldn't say complaints. In a way, it's kind of flattering because people want us to release, which is lovely. You know, it's really nice at the thought that people actually watch our content and enjoy it. We never expected that. It was always released purely for ourselves as memories. So the fact that people enjoy watching it is just fantastic. That really blows us away. So I'm not going to take it as criticism. I'm going to take it as positive. I'm going to take it as a positive thing that people want to see more of us. But I do want to go into the details, and I'm not making excuses, but I want to sort of explain how we make our videos and why they take the time they do. I can use East Drive for example. Obviously with the fear experiment, or whether we're going to a big location like East Drive, we have 8 cameras that we take along with us. We usually get set up within 15 minutes, half an hour max, and all of those cameras are running then throughout the whole night. We do a change point where we swap the SD cards around in all the cameras. We do it as fast as possible. So at the end of the night, we can sometimes have, we sort of get 8 to 10 hours of sort of footage per camera. So as you can imagine, that can, you know, if we use all cameras the whole time, that's sort of 80 hours worth of footage that we have to go through and watch before we even look at making a video. Or, you know, it's a lot of work goes into it, an awful lot of work goes into it. We also set up, obviously you'll see us on the videos using EVP devices. What you won't see is a lot of the times we'll set up EVP devices of different sorts, sometimes digital, sometimes analog, around the building, and we will listen to them back as well. I actually plug them into my car sometimes and listen to them when I'm on car journeys to try and minimize the hours of footage that we have to go through to obviously look for evidence. We do this because ultimately the most important thing to us is the evidence. It's what we're doing it for. I know a lot of groups now. I didn't really want to bring this up because I don't want to feel like I'm being negative towards other groups, because I'm not. Everyone works in their own way. YouTube's more important to some people. The paranormal's more important to some people. Everyone's different, and I respect every channel out there because I know what goes into it. I know the effort it takes and the cost it takes. I mean, it's huge. But I would say 90% of the groups I know, probably more than that, probably 95% of the groups I know, communicate with, talk to, they will go into a location with one camera. They might record an intro in daytime, then go in with one camera, film and leave. Now, if you can edit one camera's worth of footage and just watch it back and edit it, obviously you're looking at 8 hours worth of footage rather than 80 hours worth of footage effectively. I mean, maybe we're doing things wrong there. Maybe you guys would prefer us if we literally just took out one camera and did that and didn't spend all the time that we do. Unfortunately for us, it really is about what evidence we can capture. And the first thing we said when we set up the paranormal, you've probably heard me say this a lot of times, the longer we can spend in a location, the more chance we've got of capturing evidence. The more cameras and recording devices we've got set up, the more chance we've got of capturing evidence. That is the most important thing to us. I mean, for example, a lot of the big places as well, like the Ram, we've gone on our own to begin with, the Cage, East Drive, all these big locations, we tend to, as a rule, go on our own, set all the cameras up, spend as long as possible in there. Where once again, I know other groups will do team shares, they'll pay for the location and spend sort of half an hour in there and then let the next team go in and they've got the video then, and that's what they're aiming for, a video for YouTube, which is fine. Like I said, you know, I understand that as well, especially with cost. Cost is huge. I dread to think how much money doing the paranormal has actually cost myself and Brian. But it's our passion, it's our love. We don't expect anyone else to pay or fund it. It's just what we do. But that's why we do what we do. That's why it takes so long to get the videos out and made. That's why we can't just release every couple of days with a new video. The other thing I'd like to touch on, we don't tend to do abandoned places very often. We like to focus, and when we're looking at locations, we've actually got a spreadsheet where we send each other locations we look at, and you'll have different categories. You got, one is the location itself. Can it be hit without contamination? The next aspect is, can it be hit? Is it dry? Do we have to arrange certain date weather coinciding, obviously if it's an outdoor location? And the other thing that we look at is, my brain's just gone totally dead. I don't know what's happened. Yes, we look at weather, accountability, time, and we look at hauntings. We like to see what the backstory is. Have people witness hauntings there? Is it a reported haunted place? As I said many times before, initially we were going to write a book, and the plan was to go to these locations that are supposedly haunted, have got famous hauntings, etc., and just see if it's true. See if it's true. Once again, I've got no issue with other people going to haunted buildings. Oh, sorry, abandoned buildings or what have you. But to us, it's sort of a needle in a haystack. It's no different from me just setting a camera up on my staircase at home and saying, you know, is this staircase haunted? It's anywhere could be haunted, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be doing that, because anywhere could be haunted. But the reason you're not seeing these videos fly out from us is because a lot of the time they're paid locations. A lot of the time there's a lot of travel. We're not just going to hit an abandoned old grocery shop down the road, whack a thumbnail up and called it, you know, I don't know, the Phantom's laundrette, or I don't know, whatever people do. It's started off with a few groups doing it, and I think it's, you know, I suppose that's my gripe in the paranormal now. I think it's become a bit ridiculous. For us to go to a location, it's either somewhere that's reportedly haunted, or where friends of ours or someone we know in the paranormal world have been, who have told us it's haunted. Or obviously we do have a lot of people contact us, particularly pubs and stuff. They'll contact us and say that they've had issues, or you know, they've seen our videos and they're sure they've had some weird stuff going on. Can you come and check it out and stuff like that? So we won't just look for abandoned location, go to a location and, you know, call it the Poltergeist Pizza Hut or something. It's just not something we do. So I hope that clears up a few things. Like I said, there's a lot of things to look forward to coming up. We will do our best to continue uploading as soon as we can, because I do realise it has been quite a while. But hopefully everyone understands now a little bit more about why it takes so long, you know. Like I said, I do genuinely, I mean, no disrespect to any other channels in this video, because anyone who starts YouTube or anything like that, I respect how much effort goes into it and how hard it is. And to be honest, how brutal it can be. People can be quite, you know, we get some lovely comments, but we do get some brutal comments as well, you know. But I just wanted to clear a few things and how things are from our perspective, how we work, so people understand a little bit. So yeah, we'll be seeing you soon.